Hello everyone, Bill Parish here from GTT Audio, and welcome to the channel. First of all, I'd like to start off wishing everyone a happy and healthy, prosperous new year. May 2024 be your best year ever. I know I'm sitting here on Tuesday morning on the 2nd shooting this video, and the year's already started off great. So, you know, I hope everyone just has a absolutely terrific year. What I wanted to do is start the year off with what's new, and actually break it down into part 1, part 2, so we don't have a long thing. But we had a ton of stuff that was new in 2023, and I'm already privy to a bunch of stuff and a lot that I can tell you about for 2024. And then the amount of, well, we'll get to it. I'm going to go in alphabetical order here just by some of our brands and start off with Auralic. And Auralic released in 2023 the Aries G 2.2, the Vega G 2.2, the 2.2 series, and significant upgrade from 2.1, significantly better in every way. I mean, we're talking about resolution, noise floor, bass, highs, soundstage width, depth. I mean, you name it, it's been improved. So for those that are looking at a streamer, you know, under the still under 6K. It's the Aries G 2.2. The DAC is just a little over 10. I mean, these are phenomenal pieces. Auralic does a wonderful job, and there was more products, but the G 2.2 series is our main focus with Auralic at this time. Now, new to us in 2023, we took on Grimm, and there was the Grimm MU1, which was, we sold a lot of them. We sold a lot of them. Thank you, fellas, that bought that. I know you were rewarded with much better sound than you had before. The MU1 is... it's a revolutionary product for streaming. That's what it is. It's a Roon endpoint. It's a Roon core. It's a Roon endpoint. It's a Roon streamer. And you know, of course, with Roon, you interface with Qobuz and Tidal, AES EBU or SPDIF output, no USB output. They do things a little differently, but the results are, well, phenomenal. Phenomenal. And you know, I said I was going to go in alphabetical order, and here I skipped over DeJitter and went right to Grimm. But DeJitter It, you know, the company that brought us Apple TV. You heard me talk a lot about last year the Switch X and the Wi-Fi X. These were new products for 2023. Yeah, it just gets better from there. I mean, Switch X, for those that have purchased it, know how I mean, it's eerie the way it just lowers the noise floor. You just walk into a room with music playing, and you know that everything's connected to that. Whether it be local files or coming over the internet, Switch X makes a huge difference. And if you have Wi-Fi in your room, Wi-Fi X also makes a big difference, so you don't have all the RF that other consumer-grade Wi-Fi devices have sitting there blasting your audio components. It's not good for it at all. So Mola Mola did not disappoint. 2 releases. We had heard about Lupe in 2022, but it was 2023 where the Lupe Phono Stage actually started shipping, and many reviews on that. and we'll talk more about that at the end. But Lupe came out, and then the Perca came out. So Mola Mola did really a world-class phono stage, and then world-class stereo amplifier as well, the Perca stereo amp, which we used at the Capitol Audio Fest, and we actually introduced it at Expona, but it is shipping now. There are reviews in the works on it, and it's a serious amplifier at a very minimal price for its performance. YG caught us all off guard, releasing, had no idea it was coming, the YG Reference 3 series. So that encompassed Carmel's, Vantage, Haley, Sonya, and Sonya XV, and all those products were discontinued in the 2 series, and they came out with Reference 3 series at Munich, which was, like I said, caught us off guard. Didn't know that it was happening and really didn't grasp that it was the entire line until Munich. But about a week before Munich, there was a big announcement on that. So that was like, wow, and now they're starting to ship, and I installed 2 weeks ago, right before Christmas, the couple days before Christmas, a pair of XVs in Reference 3. Yeah, it's another step up. So, you gotta love this hobby. It's constantly evolving, pushing the envelope. It's technology, and technology does not stand still. So it's extremely exciting. And, newest to us was Vivid Audio. Last year, I think it was the 3rd, but anyway, right there in January, I think it was January 3rd, I was sitting there announcing to you that we had become the U.S. distributor of Vivid Audio. And never, ever, ever did I expect that Vivid Audio would do in the U.S. what it did this year. And many of you bought it, and those that did, you know what I'm talking about. Those that heard it at the shows know that it's something special, and I would recommend that everybody give Vivid Audio a listen. I mean, we've got speakers from $7,700 out to $105,000 and everywhere in between, and each and every one of them has a huge sonic impact and a sonic value at its price point. I mean, they perform way above their ticketed price. I mean, it's quite amazing. So one thing I wanted to shed a light on, and before we get into new products for 2024, is to kind of acknowledge some of those products of 2023 and products of the year from magazines, awards that they won. And if you don't follow us on Facebook, you should. And don't tell me you don't do Facebook, because you don't need an account to do Facebook. I don't do Facebook either. But we use the Facebook timeline as a wall that's our blog, so to speak. And that's where we repost reviews, product introductions, certain videos, and awards and show coverage. So if you want to stay up to date on what's going on, just follow us over there at Facebook. And we don't do it every day. I mean, we don't do it every week. It's when something new comes out, when there's something to announce, that's sort of where we announce it. So that's the marketing blog, if you will, for GTT Audio. And this is quite amazing. I really believe that that at GTT we've got the finest line card in the industry. I mean, the brands and the products that we carry, they're second to none. They're second to none. Great manufacturers, great products. They all offer a value at their price points, each and every one of them. But there's quite a few, actually. I mean, I actually took a couple of notes because there were so many. I didn't want to forget it. Usually I do this video off the cuff, but I wanted to make a couple of notes on products of the year. Products of the year, and how you get a product of the year is a magazine reviews that product, and out of all the products that they review for that year, your product was that standout product. And so, first of all, Tone Audio. We submitted the Tambaqui review, the Tambaqui and the Lupe. They wrote a phenomenal review on each, sort of combined in there. But the Tambaqui won Tone Audio's Digital Product of the Year, and the Mola Mola Lupe won Tone Audio's Analog Product of the Year. So that's pretty impressive for Mola Mola, just to come out of the gate there over there at Tone Audio and win two Product of the Years on two submissions. And interesting, and by the way, the reviewer purchased both products. So now, a reviewer over at Tone Audio owns a Lupe and owns a Tambaqui. Soundstage Network. Hans Wetzel over there reviewed the Vivid G3S2 and gave it Product of the Year. So it was their loudspeaker of the year. It's pretty cool. Then, it's like anyway, we've had a lot of reviews on this stuff, and these reviewers, like at PFO, in fact, I don't even think the review's been out yet, but there's a Writer's Choice Award that they have. Specific writers are invited to reference or talk about and award the best products that they've encountered this year. And Dean Waters over at PFO gave the Vivid Audio K45 and the K90 his Writer's Choice Award, and gave the Mola Mola Tambaqui his Writer's Choice Award. So, it's the Tambaqui there's no product out there in all of high-end audio that has been reviewed by so many people and so favorably than the Mola Mola Tambaqui. And here we are, quite a few years into it, and it's still receiving just press that blows you away. So, Audiophiliac. This is also Steve Gutenberg, who's the Audiophiliac. He comes out with a daily audio YouTube video, which his channel is phenomenal. If you don't follow him, you should. He did an episode, and he named his best speakers for 2023. And the Vivid Kaya K25 was in there. He featured the K25. The Michael Lavorna, who owns Twittering Machines, he did a post of in an article on his favorite gear of 2023. The Vivid Audio Kaya K45 was listed there. The Part-Time Audiophile did a review and announced a Reviewer Choice Award, and it was the Mola Mola Lupe with the Reviewer Choice Award. Audio Keys Review did a awarded several articles, or several awards, wrote several articles, and gave several awards for the Vivid Audio K45, the best product of the year. So out of everything in Audio Keys review, the K45 was best product of the year. It was the best of the year, and they also had it as a breakthrough award. So they thought a whole lot of it. And then they thought a whole lot of the Audionet amp monos and the pre-G2 that we had submitted. They reviewed that with the K45, and I gave Audionet Best of the Year award for amplifiers. Now, like I had said, that you can see these awards on our Facebook timeline. You can see show reports, reviews. Keep an eye on that. Last year, I gave you my opinion of what was our product of the year. And I want to continue to do that every year. But this year, I would have to say, if you don't already know, based on my comments thus far, is that I'm going to award the Vivid Audio line of speakers our product of the year. You know, that's got to be the GTT Audio award, going to all of Vivid Audio, whether it's the Spirits, which are the flagship, or even the S12s, which are the most affordable entry into Vivid Audio, and everywhere in between. We literally sold every speaker out of the 8 models. I would say the most, the speaker that we sold the most of was the G1 Spirits, the statement piece. And then I think the next most popular speaker was the K45, which you saw lots of reviews on, and I just talked to you about the reviews on that. But still, G3s, G2s, K90s, K45s, K25s, S12s, all these speakers did really well for us. So it's a line that just totally blew us away, and that would be our line of the year, if you will. So check in next week for part 2 of this. I'm going to talk about what's new for 2024, and I can assure you I've got some exciting stuff, and at least one thing that's available now. All right, thanks, and we'll see you next week.